Hey everybody, I thought I'd check in. I am currently in Melbourne. I'm going to just do this quickie style. There will be no editing. I'm just going to throw it together. I wanted to catch up with you guys. I'm at a final table here, but a few things. But before that, I want to get to a couple other things. First and foremost, I stayed at a different place this time. I stayed at the Crown Metropol, which is a little bit closer to the poker room. You know, I've stayed at the Towers, a little bit further walk, and so now I'm at the Metropol. So without further ado, let's give you like a little mini tour of the room. You know, kind of fun. So this is going to be weird, but anyway. So this is, can't even see if I'm doing this right. All right, bunch of mess here because I'm getting ready to play, but also pack because after this final table, I'm out of here. You got a little guest bathroom. It's always key because if you had, well, I'm saying not that I do, but if you had two people, you know, there's a bathroom in there, you'd like one in a different room just in case the, you know, whew. And, okay, so here we are. It's nighttime, so there's no real view, but otherwise you see behind those curtains, you'd see pretty nice view of the city. I usually just get everything out of the mini bar, all the Coca-Colas, this poison, and all that other stuff. Vega protein powder. I'd used none of it because I didn't work out at all this entire trip. PB&J sandwiches, a little muesli in the morning, sets me up good. And then you've got the little bedroom area, you know, fancy schmancy type deal, another TV, and pretty cool bathroom, pretty big size. Got the jacuzzi tub, another TV. So there's 3 TVs apparently. Okay, I haven't even turned it on. Been so busy grinding. And yeah, this is you know, toilet, shower, all that good stuff. Blah blah blah. Yeah, I don't even know if that worked. All right, so first things first. Let's talk poker. And Mr. Phil Ivey, the best poker player in the world, won his 9th bracelet. I made the final table of that event, and I got to say, it's just so much fun. I came in 4th, Ivey won, and I would have played a hand very differently if Ivey wasn't at the table. There was a pot limit Omaha hand where I took a slightly more gambly approach, and if Ivey wasn't there, I wouldn't have done that. The only reason I do is he's on my left, and he was the whole tournament, so it wasn't like I was going to steamroll this final table. I needed to take a few risks, I thought, and I mean, I made the right play on paper. But normally in an 8 game, you want to, if you're a good mixed game player, you know, you play the stud games well, you want to lower your variance in the big bet games because you can go broke in just one hand. Speaking of mixed games, I enjoyed it so much. Like, I love playing 8 game mix. I love playing all the mixed games. If that ever stopped happening at the World Series or anywhere else, you'd lose me. I enjoy it too much. You know, if the trend went to like just no limit hold'em every day, like and nothing else, I'd be too bored and I'd do something else. You know. Not that I suck at No Limit Hold'em, okay? Because I do like it and I enjoy it, but I much prefer playing 8 game. I'm just going to use my little phone thing here because I made a couple notes. So a couple people were debating, right? Phil Ivey won his 9th, doesn't count. What do you mean it doesn't count? What's wrong with you people? What do you mean, how can it not count? Before the event started, it was a bracelet event. If you wanted to play in this event, you could have come here and played in the event. You can't whine after and say it doesn't count. What, he's supposed to win it and be like, oh, no, I'm sorry, Phil, that one shouldn't count. There's been bracelets in the past where there was 5 players. It's you know, there's a lot of discussions or arguments you could have against what bracelets should or shouldn't count based on a lot of different variables. You know, for example, some people think the 1 drop shouldn't count. Some people think the 50K horse shouldn't count. There's a whole bunch of different views on what should count or shouldn't, or the $1,000 multi, you know, those massive, you know, crapshooty type things. Bottom line is, if it's open up as a bracelet event, it's a bracelet event. There's 81 players. It was a tough field. And like I said, you know, Doyle Brunson has 10 bracelets. A few of those probably came in like 10, 12-player fields as well, you know. But anyway, just it's silly. The bottom line is, it did count. It should count. It's his 9th. There's no asterisk needed. And all you haters, just keep hating because, I don't know, just hate away. What else? Oh, one thing I want to talk about that I haven't yet is the GPI, the Global Poker Index. If you guys don't know what this is, check it out. Go to globalpokerindex.com. If you like fantasy sports and you like poker, Alex Dreyfus, who took over the GPI, is doing a great job. He created this like a Facebook game where you can play fantasy poker on there. So it's kind of fun, you know. I'm actually going to get into it. I haven't really got into it yet, but I think it's really cool, and it creates like sort of an environment where fans can kind of like bet against each other. You can gamble on it if you want, you know. Obviously not through the site, but with your friends, or create little, you know, leagues and stuff like that based on poker, which is fun and good for the game. So definitely check that out, and it's free. So what the hell? What else we got here? All right, let's talk about me. My favorite topic is discussion, or what do we call it? I'm doing good. You know, and people, here's what I want to talk about. So I came fourth in that tournament, and then I'm back to the final table again, second in chips behind Benny Spindler, doing really well. So people always say, well, what's different? What's he doing different? Oh, Danny must have been this, must have been that. How about luck? Okay, guys, luck plays a role in poker. This was my first cash of the year, really. The fourth was. I just, had a bad run to end the year in 2012 and started off 2013 kind of ugly at PCA and whatever. But guys, that's poker, man. Sometimes, you just don't win, and sometimes you do. It's not always a question of like, well, it must be because of this or it must be because of that. Sometimes it's just luck. And I've had my fair share of bad luck over the last few years, especially at the World Series of Poker. But I've had so much immense luck before that. I mean, in 2004, I don't think I lost a flip. I lost them all in the last couple of years, but in that period, I must have just ran like God. I won 4 big majors. I won 2 WPTs. I won WSOP Player of the Year, WPT Player of the Year, Card Player of the Year. Every Player of the Year there was, I won everything. So, yeah, that had to be run good. I mean, I also was better than the players then because the players kind of sucked in terms of understanding, betting systems. Like, small ball back then was so easy because everyone sucked. And today, everyone understands small ball and they know how to defend against it or, use aspects of it in their game, because all the top players basically do now. You don't see guys raising 3x or 4x, except for Phil Hellmuth, who's got a unique strategy of his own. But yeah, no, I mean, I felt like I've been playing good for the last 6 months or so, just haven't had any results, which is frustrating. So it's nice to be at the final table. It's going to be streaming, by the way. I'm going to keep this short because I have nothing much more to say. But it's going to stream. If you go to pokerlistings.com, I think, you can find the link there, or WSOP, I believe, as well. And it's also going to be a TV show that they're going to air all over the world, US, Australia, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, so tune in if you are bored and want to watch. There won't be any hole cards, I don't think, on the live stream, but when you watch the show, the edited show, you will see some. My plan for tomorrow is to, well, aside from just Benny Spindler's on my left, and he's a little wacko. I mean, he's a really good player, but he's wacko. He's that 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 12, 15 bet guy. He's in your face a lot. And he's got the chip lead. I'm second. And there's a couple other guys with 2 million in chips also. I've got 2.5. So it should be quite the battle. And I'm ready for it, focused. And I'm just going to play and have fun. It's kind of what I've been doing. I'm just not taking it too seriously, just doing my thing. And, having faith and trust in myself. And I think that's one of the things, I'm like, here, by the way, just in case you forgot. One of the things, that's really important about poker is confidence, self-confidence. And, I'd say that that's something that I've got in spades right now, swagger. I've had that for a little bit, just in terms of how I'm playing and what I got going on. I got the swagger. So tomorrow we're going to smack some peeps around, hopefully, and win myself my 5th bracelet. Anyways, I got to go. Good night.